Fat Quarter Quilts and Fabric is a mobile and online quilting store. We are fully stocked with high-end fabrics, notions, quilts, battings, and gifts. When I was 19, I became pregnant, and that Christmas, I didn't know what I wanted for Christmas. I was too big, I didn't want any clothes, so I got a sewing machine, and it became a big hobby to me. And I always loved the idea of owning a fabric store, but I never thought for a minute that I would ever do that. But my biggest influence into starting the business was in-law. I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for in-law. In-laws helped me on my hardest moments in business. Shortly after I incorporated the business, my marriage ended. With small children and running a business was incredibly hard. The pandemic hit. I had my shop already ordered. I quickly then had it built, loaded it up, and took pictures and put it on Facebook. Everything was done via curbside. There's times I did not know where to turn. If I didn't have in-law, I don't know what I would have did. When I first started sewing, I knew I could sew. I didn't know I could teach. One of my friends came to me one day and said, "Leah, you should do a quilting class." I set up for the classes. Before I started them, I had 2 full classes, and that's where it just went from there. Right here is where I host all my classroom activities. On Tuesday evenings, usually 6 to 9 is where I do classes. We do some Saturday classes as well. Right here is a big space. So we can lay out tables. Everyone can have their own space, their own cutting table. The classes was also community for me. It gave me a safe place. There was always somebody there that would say the right thing to me, and I would always leave that class feeling like, this is for me. This is right where I need to be. And I tell anyone who's facing any challenges in their work life or in their personal life that quilting is an outlet. I've also been very fortunate enough to secure staff who are both knowledgeable and experienced in the quilting world, and they work really hard to make sure that my business grows and that I'm successful.
I started working with Leah about 2.5 years ago. It's been fun, great experience. I'm retired for what I call my real job. This is my fun job.
I love working here. I find Leah to be a very friendly, giving, easygoing person to work with. And I say work with because we don't work for her, we work with her. Leah is very great at listening to our opinions and taking that into consideration whenever we do something out in the shop.
The thing that makes her day the most is seeing her customers leave the shop really happy.
I showed up early, I stayed late, I made my home available if they needed any extra help. I always believe that if you are good to your customers and you are good to your staff, they'll be loyal back to you. My shop consists of a 28-foot mobile trailer. Going mobile has been incredibly rewarding for me. I can take the business and go anywhere to my target market. Also, I offer 2 quilting retreats every year, spring and fall. I don't have the hassle of packing and unpacking and bringing it there and loading up a pop-up shop. I can just take it on wheels and just go. Even if I was to go storefront someday, I would never give up my mobile shop. It's absolutely the best thing I ever did. The future for the Fat Quarter, I'd love to have a sewing machine line someday. I'd love to have a long arm that I can just do my own work for all the people in the class, and certainly offering my Newfoundland quilt on an online platform. I would love to do that. Never believe that you can't do something. You can always do it. If you put yourself in a mind frame that you can do hard things, you can do hard things. To be where I am now and to see that I'm a businesswoman and I'm successful is very rewarding.